Today's lesson we are going to learn about beaches. A beach is a landform along the shoreline of an ocean, gulf, sea, lake, or river. It usually consists of loose particles which are composed of rock, such as sand, gravel, shingle, pebbles, or cobblestone. The particles comprising the beach are occasionally biological in origin, such as mollusk shells or coralline algae. Keewaydin Island has 8 miles of beach forming a shoreline along the Gulf of Mexico. Its beach is made up of sand, being a mixture of mollusk shells, and some quartz that finds its way from the Appalachian Mountains. There are 4 sections to most beaches. Now James is going to teach us about the 4 sections of the beach from Keewaydin Island.
This is the part of the beach found nearest to the water. It's known as the swash zone. It's an area that is alternately covered and then exposed by the incoming waves. This is the next part of the beach, known as the beach face. It has the strongest slope and is where it's exposed to the swash of the waves. And this is the third part of the beach, known as the wreck line. It marks the high tide, and it's where all the shells and organic matter gets dumped off. The last part of the beach is known as the berm. It's the part furthest away from the water and usually stays dry except from extremely high tides and big storms. It's the part that meets right up with the vegetation.
A beach's profile changes seasonally due to the change in wave energy experienced during summer and winter. The beach profile is higher during the summer due to the gentle wave action. Beaches form as a result of wave action or currents. The waves move sand and other sediments onto the shoreline. Beach material comes from the erosion of rocks from offshore or inland, shell deposits, and coral fragments. The most common beaches are found along the shoreline of oceans, seas, and gulfs, like Keewaydin Island here. Beaches can also be found by lakes and along large rivers. The beaches can vary greatly in length, depth, color, and particle size. Some Hawaiian beaches are black and rocky due to cooled lava from the volcanoes. In contrast, Sarasota, Florida beaches are white and the sand is as fine as powder. Let's get back to James again on Keewaydin.
Hi kids, welcome to Keewaydin Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. It's protected by the state of Florida, so that keeps it nice and natural for all of the animals on the land, the shorebirds flying in, and all of our fish and mollusks that come into these shallows for sanctuary and for food. Makes it just a beautiful place to get out in nature and admire the powers of where the water meets the land here at Keewaydin.
This is the trail that we take to cut across Keewaydin Island. It takes us to the other side to see the pristine beach and the Gulf. Many undeveloped beaches, such as Keewaydin Island, are protected. At Keewaydin, some of the conservation efforts being done are through Rookery Bay. They use GIS technology to map the annual shoreline of Keewaydin. It shows that the south tip of the island is expanding. They also document the shoreline after extreme storm events. 300 acres of non-native trees and plants have been removed from Keewaydin Island. Postings, signs, and paths have been introduced at the south end of the island where important nesting and vegetation sites are located. Team Ocean is a volunteer program that provides outreach, interpretation, and stewardship to the reserve. Turtle and bird nests are monitored daily, and shells with living inhabitants are protected and cannot be taken from the beach. Beaches provide a home for a wide variety of marine life. Keewaydin's 8 miles of pristine beach is a great nesting area for loggerhead sea turtles and shorebirds. Additionally, there are crabs, mollusks like this lightning whelk or fighting conch, sea and brittle stars, and all forms of organisms that service as a food source to other beach inhabitants. In 2012, over 300 loggerhead sea turtles nested on Keewaydin's beach. The least terns here and black skimmers are examples of two shorebirds that nest right on Keewaydin Island. I hope you enjoyed learning about beaches and can one day visit Keewaydin Island and experience all its beauty.